Greetings, Cosmos, and welcome to another Metroid 2 remake. I don't know what this does. So I'm gonna play a normal game. New Game Plus lets you, come on. There's magma or acid or lava or something that descends every time you clear out all the Metroids in an area. This lets you ignore that for most of the game. Unfortunately for me, this means that you need to, playing on normal, keep track of all the Metroids you've killed. Metroids. Numerous incidents in the past have brought to light the highly destructive power of these life forms, spreading fear across all known planetary systems. Hoping to secure peace in the galaxy, the Galactic Federation orders the extermination of the Metroid species. I was the best candidate for the job. Once again, I find myself standing alone against the Metroid menace. What horrors await me within the depths of their homeworld? Alright. So, I played maybe half an hour of Metroid 2, and this is the only other experience I've had with it. Look at that, you start with 30 missiles. This is important. Alright, so, I wound up ducking. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, right. So this is going to be neither a speed run nor a 100% run. Like, I think 83% is the best I've ever done. Alright. Okay. Okay, here's options. Control options. Aiming style, 2 buttons. Let's see here. Jump, fire, aim up, aim down. Sorry. I normally have it as 1 button style, but then I just played Super Metroid, so I am now used to 2 button style. Ish. Oh, you start with Morph Ball as well. Anyway. I was talking about New Game Plus. Lets you ignore all kinds of restrictions, but then it doesn't tell you where the individual Metroids you're missing are. Last time I tried New Game Plus, I missed the first Metroid in the game, and had a heck of a time trying to find it. I am wondering why this passage exists. Anyway, so the game so far has trained me to turn and go right. Woo! Saving. So, let's go ahead and obey that lesson for now. So there's one Metroid that I have to destroy before I get to move on. I'm so thankful that I start with the power grip. So, yeah. This tells me that I can't move any further in this direction. I need to try somewhere else. Oh, hey! Just like in Metroid Fusion, you can change any jump into a spinning jump. I'm so thankful for that. Alright, so I am not very good at the combat in this game. Expect to see me die a lot against some of the harder Metroid bosses. water. I appreciate all the detail that went into the atmosphere of this game. Like this, it feels like a really good game in its own right, not just it's a Metroid fan game and good for a fan game. No, this is a good game in its own right. Oh, hey! These save pedestals are nice. I'd forgotten how nice they are. I mean, they restore your health and your missiles. I like how the symbol for the Metroid up at the top there to show how many Metroids are left to destroy in a given area is a form of Metroid you never actually encounter in this game. So, menu, logbook, mission briefing. Let's check this stuff out. Primary objective, exterminate all Metroid organisms on planet SR-388. Secondary objectives, locate and bring assistance to the Galactic Federation research and rescue teams. Whoops. Planet SR-388. Planetary designation SR-388. A remote planet absent on most galactic charts. Federation research indicates it is the natural homeworld of the Metroid species. Its outer crust is hollowed out with massive cave systems that are home to an ecosystem that is yet to be fully studied. The first expedition to SR-388 revealed the existence of Chozo ruins. Research team. For years, the Federation declared SR-388 unsafe to initiate new expeditions. However, after recent orbital scans failed to detect any Metroid presence on the planet's surface, the dispatch of a research vessel was finally approved. The crew's mission was to inspect the region where the species was first encountered and reaffirm that none remained. Their next objectives were to explore the nearby Chozo ruins and study SR-388's other wildlife. Communication with the team was cut off and only a distress signal managed to reach HQ. Rescue Team. The Search and Rescue Team is an elite combat group consisting of heavily armed soldiers. Their mission? Locate and extract any surviving personnel from the missing research team. The group reported finding a specialized energy sensor at the campsite of the missing team. Its data confirmed the Federation's suspicions. Metroids still thrive within the planet. These findings were sent to HQ to be analyzed while the group continued their search for survivors. Contact was soon lost with them as well. Things are going just swimmingly for the Federation. The data sent to HQ revealed an approximate number of Metroids remaining on SR-388 and was ultimately used to develop a scan module for your power suit. This allows the detection of nearby energy readings unique to the species. Metroid species. The dominant species of SR-388. Metroids hunt for any form of energy found in natural or synthetic organisms, leaving behind deceased husks after feeding. They are highly resistant to conventional weapons and possess great adaptability in foreign environments. Estimates suggest a small number of Metroids set loose on a populated planet would lead to the extinction of any present life forms. As such, they've drawn much attention from space pirates who have repeatedly tried to use them as biological weapons. Then they want to take over the planet with the Metroids on it, and that's just not going to work. Life cycle. Scans on the native Metroids reveal their most common form in prior instances merely the species' larval stage. While there are records of extreme mutations triggered by space pirates using abnormal stimuli, I'm thinking probably the Hunter and Fission Metroids from Prime, the Metroid homeworld of SR-388 is seemingly the only environment where the species can naturally transform. Alpha Metroid. The Alpha Metroid has gained immunity to cold temperatures. The loss of several nuclei within its green membrane has left it vulnerable to concussive weaponry. I'm not sure what the relation there is, but I accept it. This is science fantasy or science fiction or something after all. A plated exoskeleton partially covers it. The organism emerges from the molten in its larval form. Although aggressive, it is relatively weak at this stage, and its new appendages have yet to grow to their full length and strength. Chozo, the Lost Race. The Chozo were an ancient and mysterious avian race. Incredibly advanced, they colonized many worlds, spreading their message of peace throughout the universe. And that is a contradiction. Well, that's just based on colonialism on Earth, actually. I don't know. There are historical records and legends of the Chozo visiting other races with whom they share their knowledge and wisdom. Their brief encounters led many primitive cultures to their present-day glory. Some say they helped consolidate the very foundations of the Galactic Federation. The fate of this race is unknown. Evidence suggests they slowly vanished from the cosmos over the course of centuries. All that remains on each planet they inhabited are the ruins of their once glorious civilization. Yeah, Metroid Prime suggests that some of them ascended to a higher plane of existence. Native species. Not much is known about SR-388's ecosystem. Prior reports describe the fauna as being very hostile. Nearly all observed animals have been carnivores, with even the smallest species showing dangerous traits. The harsh environment and the presence of so many predators may have forced an evolutionary arms race, perpetuate a cycle of violence. Extreme caution is advised. So, yeah, that is some information. Oh, hey, something is happening. Oh, hey, look at that. Look at that. Earthquakes. The massive cave system is located between two tectonic plates, largely flooded by an extremely dense and caustic substance similar to magma. The ancient earthquake has altered the cave layout and the hazardous substance has drained to lower levels. The cause of the earthquake is unknown. Initial orbital scan of SR-388 detected no instability within this region. In other words, the earthquake is probably artificial in origin. Take that, frog. Oh no, I'm in water. Help! I both enjoy and despise the way water works in Metroid games. Because again, it's one of those things where as you become more powerful, the water matters less, once you get a gravity suit. That reminds me. When I was playing Super Metroid, I kept mentioning how I'm kind of against backtracking as a general principle. Like, I talk about my admiration for, backtracking, showing you how much more powerful you become. But there is another purpose to it, and one that I completely missed. See, when you backtrack with more power-ups and such, you also have the chance to acquire, with new abilities, backtracking new abilities, you have the chance to acquire more power-ups that you either missed or couldn't get before. And honestly, that's pretty cool. What are these? It's amazing how fast these caverns get repopulated. Also, those green things are terrifying. I like how all they do is just fall and disappear. Yeah. Like, yep, we're just digging down, and you're getting in the way. What? What the? I had no idea that I could destroy the source. I had no idea. That was honestly a surprise. Oh, hey, scanning environment. 4 Metroids. Yeah, in the New Game Plus version, you're just given the total number of Metroids prior to, the final areas being opened up and told to go wild. So I did play that once, and it was fun. I went as far as I could reasonably go with any set of power-ups, collected whatever power-ups I needed to travel further, and then just kept going until I got all the beam weapons, and then came back and utterly destroyed earlier areas. And honestly, that's kind of a really fun thing to do. Again, partially because of the feeling that the game is letting you get away with something. You're pulling one over on the wheel. Ha! Oh, new level. The Golden Temple. This temple stands at the base of a hollow mountain. The statues, carved stones, and its solid design attest the structure was built to be a sanctuary, possibly with religious significance. The temple has withstood the test of time, showing the building knowledge and experience of the Chosen. Scans detect the presence of stationary robotic entities placed at strategic points inside the structure. No control signals are detected. These units are operating autonomously. Neat. Well, I'm gonna save as soon as I find a save point. Join me next time when I continue on from here and explore the Golden Temple.